That's your boy Brian Cotton. Keep pounding. Got this World Series on. Giants and Royals. Baseball for me is like a dying sport in a sense because it's just, I don't care. And I know there's a lot of people that don't care. The World Series is kind of exciting, but the games last for 4.5 hours. Wake me up in the ninth inning if it's a close game. I would say that I'm a Reds fan in baseball. I went to school in Cincinnati. Me and my buddies would go to a lot of Reds games in the $5 section as poor college kids. It was fun, but baseball, whatever. Not into baseball at all. But anyway, talk about these Panthers a little bit. Now, I said in my last video, I said that the Panthers needed to make a move with Charles Godfrey. And they did the exact opposite. They cut him from the team. I kind of feel bad for Godfrey because, he got that injury and they made him take like a $7 million pay cut this year. Put him at a position that he hadn't played since college. Of course, he wasn't very successful at it. So they just straight up cut him from the team. So I guess that means that Roman Harper is going to be the safety for the rest of the season. Unless they put Robert Lester back there or Trey Boston. So we're stuck with Roman Harper. I think the release kind of sends a message more so than benching a guy to just straight up cut a guy. Everybody's on notice. And these Panthers, the way that Dave Yettleman signed these contracts, a lot of these Panthers are on, it wouldn't cost them anything to just get rid of them. Godfrey had no guaranteed money on his deal, so they ain't got to pay him nothing. Just cut him. So, we got the Seahawks. This could be a very dangerous game. It could get ugly real quick. The Seahawks are pissed off. And one of the things that, what's his name? Earl Thomas, blaming the refs. You lost to the Rams. The refs did not give up 28 points to the Rams. Your defense did. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to make a prediction on the game this week. I'm tired of making predictions. Last year, on my Facebook page, I was very good at making predictions for the Panthers. Even when they were 1-3, I was very good at picking them to win games. Of course, it was easy last year because they went 11 out of 12 to end the season. This year, I'm not going to make another prediction, and not a single one. No more score predictions. Taking this season one game at a time, one snap at a time. So the Seahawks are pissed off. The Panthers are reeling. Now, the Seahawks lost their last, I think, 2 games. But they've been in every game. They haven't gotten barn stomped the way the Panthers have. They're pissed. And that Earl Thomas blaming the refs, telling the refs to get out of his way, could have an impact on this game. You might see the Seahawks getting away with these defensive holdings that they never get called for. Now, see, I'm one that I think it's gotten a little out of control with the penalties, the defensive holding, the pass interference. But you have to enforce the rule at some point. And the Seahawks, they get flagged a lot, but they get away with a lot too. They said, we'll hold them 10 times. They're not going to call that penalty 10 times. We might see the Seahawks getting away with some of that. With the way that Earl Thomas went after the officials. Or they could call even more because he disrespected the men in white and black. We'll see. Cam Newton's got to be sharp. I think Russell Wilson, for all that he does, I think he's a snippet overrated. Just a little bit. Because he has games where he's horrible. And they got rid of their best playmaker. They've got Doug Baldwin and Jermaine Kearse. If this Panthers secondary gets torched by those two guys, man, I would just write the season off. No disrespect to those guys. They're average wide receivers. They make plays when they have to. But they're not Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson. Marshawn Lynch, he might have a huge game against this defense. Man. You know, at the beginning of the season, I was kind of excited about the Panthers playing Seattle. Now I'm kind of worried that this is going to be the end of the Panthers season. Because I'm telling you, if they get blown out again, they give up more than 30 points again, it's going to be a real test of their character. And I think the Panthers are a high-character football team. But they've got new guys like Roman Harper and Thomas Deku, Antoine Casey, that haven't been a part of this team. Coney Ely, the rookie, haven't been a part of this team. And you wonder, when things aren't going right and you got newcomers like that are on contracts that are not necessarily guaranteed, man, tear up a locker room real quick. I'm not going to make a prediction. I think that if the Panthers want to win this game, that they have to say enough is enough on defense, pop somebody in the mouth. Don't be intimidated by Seattle. They're 3-3, same as the Panthers. Now, granted, like I said, they haven't been blown out like the Panthers have. They haven't really necessarily played bad football, but they're still 3-3. They're beatable. Now is the time to play Seattle. They're reeling. They're blaming the refs. They're whining. Pete Carroll is whining. Now's the time to play them. Now's the time to try and get a win. But to do that, the defense has to say enough is enough. Cam Newton has to say enough is enough. Give me the ball. He needs to demand that football from Mike Shula and Ron Rivera. Demand that football and say, give me the football. I'm going to win this game because I've had it. That's what leaders do. That's what Cam Newton has to do. He can only run the plays that are called, but he needs to have that mentality of, give me the football. I will win the game. I will carry this team on my shoulders. That's what they got to do. It's going to be tough. You know, I think it's either going to be, now this will be my only prediction. It's either going to be a close win for the Panthers because I think they're at home. If they're close going into the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, they're at home. It'll be a confidence booster for them to not be down 30 points in the fourth quarter. See, my dogs even know how bad it's been. My little dog is pissed. So if they can get it close towards the end of the game, I think the Panthers will win. But on the flip side, if Seattle's going to win this game, they're going to blow us out. It might be over by the second quarter again. So the Panthers, they need to be on notice. They need to be on guard. And they need to have that mentality of, we're not taking this anymore. Just like last year when they were 1-3. You're in first place. Cowboy up and get this win. It's your boy Brian Cotton. Keep pounding.